Assalamu alaikum students. Good morning grade 4. How are you all? I hope all of you are doing well. Welcome again to the second part of our Islamic session. So inshallah grade 4, today we will complete the second part of lesson 2 in unit 6 about generosity. And as usual, let's begin in the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And let us recite the dua together. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. So grade 4, by the end of this lesson, you will be able inshallah to count the harmful effects of stinginess on the individual and society and conclude the benefits of generosity. So let's start by reading and speaking about our love and loyalty to Zayed the generous, Zayed al-Ata. Rulers of the United Arab Emirates are keen on following the approach of Sheikh Zayed rahimahullah in terms of generosity. This approach was derived by Sheikh Zayed from the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the sunnah of his prophet, peace be upon him. Sheikh Zayed rahimahullah was a source of generosity and giving. He instilled in the hearts his people love of giving without expecting anything in return. The man who was behind these humanitarian initiatives must be mentioned and praised. Sheikh Zayed's spirit on of generosity has made the United Arab Emirates a global humanitarian center for charity and giving. So, let us find the examples of humanitarian and charitable initiatives. Providing clothing for 1 million children around the world, providing the necessary needs for families in need and sponsoring orphans, the UAE Water Aid Campaign, UAE Suqya, which was launched to provide drinking water to 5 million people in countries suffering from lack of water, UAE contributions in the field of healthcare provided assistance to millions of people all over the world. These aids included providing the necessary vaccines to eliminate many diseases, such as infantile paralysis in many countries, especially in Asia and Africa. And here, grade 4, I want you to draw a line to connect between the term stinginess and the reasons behind it. Stinginess, is it selfishness and love of money? Yes, of course. Is it love of giving and charity? No, this is opposite generosity. Is it love? Is it fear of poverty? Fear of becoming poor? Yes, that's why he doesn't like to give money. Weakness of faith and trust in Allah. His faith and trust in Allah is weak. Who gives provision to whom he wills without measure. And here, I want you to think and answer. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, and beware of stinginess, because it destroyed those who were before you. It incited them to shed their blood and deem unlawful as lawful, to the legal thing to be illegal and opposite. Now, here, what are the harmful effects of stinginess on the individual and society? In the individual, spread of hatred, all people will hate each other. Okay, what about on society? The spread of killing, shedding blood, killing. Shed blood means killing, corruption, and evil doing. In all society, the legal thing will be illegal. Lawful will be unlawful. And here, let us read and conclude. Generosity, goodness, and giving are signs of the perfection of faith and good adherence to Islam. Your faith is perfect if you are generous, if you like to do good, if you like to give. Okay. Generosity enhances social solidarity. The relationship between people will be strong. Friendship and mercy among people, and increase the blessings of livelihood. Increase your wealth, blessing of money. Okay? It also makes the individual feel that he or she is part of society and not isolated from it. You will feel like you are involved in your society and you are not away from them. In addition, generosity purifies the soul from selfishness and stinginess and offers solutions to the problems of members of society who are in need. A generous person is loved by whom? By Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the all beneficial, and close to all his creatures. Let us find here benefits of generosity. First one, spread of mercy and affection among people. Allah and people love you or love him. Increased blessing in livelihood and age. And here, let us compare between the generous and the stingy. First one, his love of doing goodness. The generous, he likes to do good. What about the stingy? He doesn't like to do good. The generous, people love him. Stingy people do not love him. And last one, Allah loves the generous and Allah doesn't love the stingy. So, let us organize our concepts about this lesson, generosity. First, the definition of generosity, the meaning, all types of goodness, giving, and spending. I conclude types of generosity: generosity to Allah, generosity to the Prophet, peace be upon him, and generosity with the soul. Harmful effects of stinginess on the individual and on society. Some of the benefits of generosity: purify the soul from stinginess. And some the harmful effects of stinginess on the individual: spread of hatred, and on society: spread of killing and evil doing and bad things. So, my behavior is my responsibility. I make a list of what I will do to be generous. What can you do to be generous, boy or girl? Like what? Give charity. What else? Visit sick people and take care of orphans. And this is the time for activity. Number one, check if this person is generous or stingy. First one, he heard the name of our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, on the radio and didn't pray for him. He didn't say Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He is generous or stingy? Yes, stingy. He helped provide assistance to those affected by the floods in Pakistan. He is generous. Next one, she refused to teach her classmates how to solve a math problem. She is stingy. Next, he gave part of his meal to a classmate who forgot to bring his daily pocket money. He is generous. Last one, he doesn't spend on his family for fear of poverty. He didn't give his family money because he fears of being poor. Is this generous or stingy? Stingy. And here, I want you to explain how to be generous in the following situations. Let us discuss together. I was with my family on an outdoor trip. We found a car with a family in it. A car with a family in it. What you are going to do? I help them to repair the car. Next, my friend asked me for money which I didn't have at the time. What can you do? Give him money from my father, or I can apologize to him and tell him that I don't have money. Next one. A friend of mine came to visit me while I was on my way out of the house with my father. I greet him and offered him best food and drink and welcomed them. Yes, my brother took my sports dresses without my permission. I forgive him. And here, last exercise, to read this following text and draw out lesson learned from them. First one is ayah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَمَا أَنفَقْتُم مِّن شَيْءٍ فَهُوَ يُخْلِفُهُ وَهُوَ خَيْرُ الرَّازِقِينَ. But whatever thing you spend in his cause, he will compensate it, and he is the best of providers. The conclusion or the lesson: blessings in money for the generous people. If you spend, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you more. Next hadith, Abu Huraira reported that Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, saying, two angels come down every morning, and one says, O Allah, give him who spends something in place of what he spends. The other one says, O Allah, give destruction to him who withholds. For this one, for the generous who spends, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking for blessing for him, and the one who is holding, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking destruction, give destruction for them. The stingy destruction, for the generous is blessing. So Allah blesses the wealth of generous, and opposite destruction for whom? For stingy. Last one, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, a generous person is close to Allah, close to paradise, close to the people, and far from the hell. This is the reward of generous person, close to Allah and close to paradise, close to people. So people love him, Allah loves him, and he is close to paradise. What about a stingy? Stingy person is far from Allah, far from paradise, and far from the people, and close to hell. So, the lesson here: Allah loves the generous and he enters paradise. And this is the end of our lesson for today. Thank you, grade 4. Jazakumullahu khairan. Be generous and try to give and spend your money in good ways. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.